Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Data here, and welcome back to episode number 11 of our live franchise mode series here on MLB The Show 24 with the Montreal Expos moving into the 2029 off season. After last episode, our quote next step ended up being taking a step back. It's time for a quick pit stop here in the 2029 off season, moving into year number, it's crazy to think, moving into year number 6 it's going to be in the 2029 season itself. Through 5 years, we came in here, we took over the Nationals, we had a rebuilding squad, we built, we drafted, we added. Now that's the 5-year window closed. Now we're moving into the next 5-year window, starting with year 6 next season, a year in which we will be expected, not only hopeful, but expected to make the postseason. So we're going to run through the offseason this episode, get through the free agency and any other signings, trades we want to get done. Thanks for joining here with us tonight. If you're joining after we've already gone live, you can hop ahead to the 5-minute mark. If you're joining us after, as we are live right now, we can just start welcoming everybody in. Mighty Joe Maple, let's go, baby. Welcome aboard. As we have some questions to answer for sure. If you look at our current depth chart, I'll just put that up now for the time being. We made some big trades last episode as well, as we're trying to push for the postseason. We brought in a new, from the trade block, Walker Jenkins, which was a big one to get in terms of hopefully a future piece, not just a current piece, because he's so right now, after this was his first full rookie season, I suppose. Dylan Cruz is growing well. Welcome, Gavin. We ended up going with Elijah Green in the outfield, so all those other guys, Robert Hassel and James Wood, all those guys, ends up being Elijah Green as the last man standing in the outfield. But when it comes to Brady House, is he going to keep growing? That's going to be a tough one to ask as well. I like to treat the beginning of each episode like it's the playoffs to start off strong, and that's what I like to hear. There you go, Mighty Joe. Get that energy. Huh? Hey, welcome, @Doggy. Okay, do this and that. So sorry that we weren't live yesterday for Diamond Dynasty. We were live for the live premiere of the Panthers and Oilers NHL 24 simulation. Also, our new catcher, by the way, don't forget Harry Ford, as we moved out Keibert Ruiz. So it was a bit of a heavy season in terms of trades. We don't usually make that many moves, but Keibert Ruiz moving out, new catcher. We had a new outfielder coming in Walker Jenkins, with Stone Garrett moving out. 2 players who we had since year 1 moving out. Dry those eyes, yes sir. So that did feel a bit odd, trading out 2 players we had since day 1. But now we're moving into year number 6. Things have to change as time goes on. Yeah, the Joes are over here. Joe Ryan Jr., 70 overall, B potential. And Joe Mighty, 71 overall, B potential as well. Both are 22, right? No, Joe Ryan Jr. is 21. That's where they are at the moment. Let me just do my couple things here. You would think that they'd maybe get to AAA this next season, though, for Mighty Joe and for Joe Mighty and Joe Ryan Jr. That's Dash, exactly. Okay, we'll send out the tweet in just a second. Hopefully you're able to enjoy the stream tonight. No NHL action going on, so we'll be able to focus a little bit more, but too bad we can't keep that on the side as well. That's been fun with the streams. NHL Stanley Cup Final starting this coming weekend. There we go. So it's crazy that we're... Hey, Dabrowski, go perfect timing. My everybody's been trash. I'm going to jump. I want to be realistic. I think he could. Look, the game thinks that he will. According to the game, he's going to be a mid-80 overall pitcher. That's perfectly fine, Joe. Dabrowski, we'll get that done sometime during this episode. We'll find one of our drafted prospects for you. I can't believe we're ranked 2nd. I mean, not really. We were ranked 3rd. Now teams are different because a lot of the players have gone to free agency or whatever. A lot of lag on Dabrowski's end. Anyone else experiencing a lot of lag right now? There we go. Oh, I just got to send out the tweet was the last thing. Done with about a minute to spare or so. Yeah, about 40 seconds to spare. No. Just on Dabrowski's end. I see. Okay. All right. Discord bot, did it go yet? No, I don't think so. Okay. For the record, I'm not experiencing lag. Perfect. Thank you, Mighty Joe. We definitely have the pitching, though, for sure. This rotation was great this last year. Gord in 89. Major changes on the horizon. It's definitely a question mark for us. Are we going to be rolling with Brett Beatty, who actually wasn't that great when he came here from the Mets? We made some big trades last time. We brought... Oh, thank you. Discord bot did go. We can't see the stats anymore, doggy. It's the offseason. You can't see them anymore. We picked up Brett Beatty at third base. We picked up Harry Ford at catcher. We picked up Walker Jenkins in the outfield. There were some serious moves that were made last episode. Yet, we still finished with our our worst record than the last 2 years, being 79 and 83. So, at the 5-minute mark now, so let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2029 offseason here with the Montreal Expos. It's a little pit stop as what we thought was going to be the next step ended up being a step backwards last season. As through our 5 years with the Expos, National turned back the Expos so far, we were 66 and 96, okay, expected. 77 and 85, okay, we got better. 80 and 82, getting close. Year number 4, 81 and 81, off just at 500. Year number 5, we thought that would be the year we're pushing for the wild card, but no, we go 79 and 83. Many one-run games lost. A lot of critical situations didn't work out in our favor, so we're definitely looking at the bullpen this offseason. But at the same time, there's an expectation now that, listen, we had a 5-year rebuild. We've drafted, we've added, we've signed, we've traded. Now it's time for this team to actually to show us what they can do. Dylan Cruz at an 88 overall now. Time for him to be a leader. Guys like Brady House who aren't growing, unfortunate. It would, Mighty Joe, yes, but we can't see that. We can't see it from last year unless they're in the MLB. AAA and AA stats get erased in the offseason. But in the career, you can see that, yes. So, yeah, definitely some question marks in some regards. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at a 99 overall, 41 home run season. He'll be moving into the final 2 years of his big contract that he signed with us. So we want to be winning in these last 2 years of his deal especially. So it's nice to have Walker Jenkins in here. 87 overall, high fielding, which is what we really wanted to see. Good contact. He was on the trade block from the Twins. We picked him up. He had some rough numbers. Check Elijah Green's errors. Just curious? Sure, no problem. Elijah Green, stats... errors right here. So career errors would be 11. Only one this past year, though. Less at-bats, though. But he'll be a full-timer next season. He's listed as the 29th best left fielder. Is he? Oh, sorry. No, it's our left field depth. Green and Lyle would be listed as 29th. TOT, that's total. So instead of being able to see, like, let's say, for example, Brett Beatty, we picked him up from the Mets. Instead of it being like NHL where it says, here are his 2028 Mets and his 2028 Expos stats, it's just, here are his 2028 stats total. So it's unfortunate that you can't see separate. But I did go back into the, and welcome aboard, Mark. I did go back into the numbers. So last episode, we traded for Brett Beatty, and he was batting, hold on, let me get the exact numbers for you, because he was looking very good. We thought he was going to be our answer at third base for Brady House and his struggles. Brett Beatty was batting .291 and had 23 runs. So, yes. So he got a good amount of runs. He played a lot of time with us, getting, what is that, like 45 runs? Okay, so he got 45 runs, that's good. But he went from batting .291 to batting .233, giving him a season total of .269. Jeremy, welcome to the stream, my friend. So he bat .233 with us, which when he was batting .291, we thought, hey, he could be our answer. But I don't know. Do we move Brett Beatty and get a 1-year Band-Aid? Do we sign and keep him as we look to continue to have growth from CJ Edwards, who's our future at first base? And even CJ Edwards, could he be a future left fielder even? Would that be crazy? Because his fielding, his arm accuracy, he doesn't look like a third baseman. He'll have to keep growing, but those numbers don't impress me. Do we put him at second base or at left field perhaps someday? And then maybe at second base, Brad Ridley? Brad Ridley could play third. Maybe Brad Ridley plays third even. I don't know. A lot of question marks. So you can't see right now either because they're not under contract, but don't forget about CJ Abrams and Luis Garcia, who are also on our team. Abrams, 84 overall. He had an okay year batting .260. Yeah, he had a comeback year. I was happy with how CJ Abrams played, but now he wants a lot of money. Meanwhile, Luis Garcia, a bit of a downturn from .274, .277 to batting .262. His OPS also down from his .823, but still .778. It's kind of the player who he is, but does he take up too much space? Does he take up too much space money-wise as well? Because when we look at our surplus, we're gonna have something about in the upper 40 millions to play with. But if CJ Abrams is gonna be wanting whatever 7 million ish, and Luis Garcia is gonna be wanting upwards of over 8 million ish as well, that's not gonna be easy. Hunter Harvey, JP Crawford's gonna be out for sure. But when you think about our lineup at the moment, Abrams, Naylor, Guerrero Jr., Beatty, Cruz, Jenkins, Garcia, Ford, and Green, I like this lineup. If anyone were to move, maybe it's Beatty for a better third baseman, whether it be a one-year Band-Aid or we think CJ Edwards moves somewhere else. At Landon, welcome, buddy. But that's for the bats. When it comes to the pitching rotation, our starters are set, I think, in my mind. Gore, Gilbert, Lopez, Abel, Gray, with young players trying to make a push. I don't think we actually bring in any starting pitchers. It would be the relief. So Matt Brash was good this past season, 2.43 ERA. Hunter Harvey was so-so at 3.42. DeAndre Bryant was not good. I think I'd be considering moving him at 4.57 ERA, or maybe just putting him down in AAA. We have another minor league option for him. Andre Lara didn't play with us. No, he's at 68 now. He can't play. Maddox Charles in the setup role. 7 saves, 2 blown, 35 holds, which was good. So Maddox Charles in the setup and Jojo Romero in the closer work fine for me. But I think it's these mid-relief guys here. Like Matt Brash was solid, but Harvey, Bryant, and Lara, if we could have some better support there, that would go a long way. Jojo Romero had 14, because it was a split in the saves. So 14 saves, 5 blown though from Jojo. But he is an 89 overall, 8 potential. He does a lot of things well. I don't know. It's tough. When's the new franchise mode reveal? That's going to come probably either this week or this week. Probably this week, because the actual video will be Monday night. So probably instead of just making it like a day or two before, this week sometime. Maybe tomorrow, actually, because I usually have more free time on Wednesdays to be in the live. Maybe... Or you want in the live itself on the Monday? Well, that could also work. That could also be something. Debate amongst yourselves. So those are the questions for us when it comes to the bullpen. So in our budget at the moment, we have a lot of money committed to a lot of people already. But we know that Mick Abel's going to need some money soon. Harry Ford's going to need some money soon. Walker Jenkins is going to need some money soon as well. Maddox Charles is going to need some money soon. There are a good number of players going to be wanting a few million in the near future. So maybe a Josiah Gray making 8.3 won't work out for much longer. Yeah. I'll tell you right now, it's not Utah. Who's doing Utah? Sin is doing Utah. 2BC is doing Utah. It's not Utah. I'll tell you right now. Part of my decision is what other people are doing. Not that it's like, oh, he's doing it so I can't. But it's just, as a viewer, if I was watching Sin and 2BC and X-Attack and all that, I would want to see variety. So I want to give variety. Yeah, Hobbsy knows a bit about that new franchise mode. So yeah, the budget's going to be tight. The budget's going to be tight. So that being said, no comments in the last one on YouTube, but there was a Discord comment here from Opapi. Opapi said, how did Beatty do for us over House? And I gave those numbers, where he backed 233. As far as Abrams and Garcia go, a 240 to 260 hitter is fine if they provide good defense up the middle. Not sure the offense was the problem, minus a good clutch hitter from the bench instead of Crawford to help in those one-run games late. So I'm thinking if we keep Abrams, we keep Garcia, we add a better clutch bat off the bench, that might be all we need when it comes to the batting. Realistically, says Opapi, only 1 or 2 of our bench guys are even getting a decent number of at-bats without a platoon. Gray was a big disappointment. We have 3 out of 5 short relievers locked up in Brash, Romero, and Maddox Charles, but need to get them some help either via a stronger rotation or that 4th bullpen arm. That it's not you. There you go. So Hobbsy can confirm it for me there. So bats are pretty much set, I think, in my mind, at least for this next season, unless there's a Brett Beatty option that comes up. And for the pitching, the first 4 are locked. Gray was a bit of a disappointment this year at 4.55 ERA. His value in his WAR has been that's the lowest it's been since, like pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The lowest of his 5 seasons so far, his 1.3 WAR. I want to see 2s and 3s there. At least 600 with this team. I'll take it in this next season. So some bullpen help, a clutch bat off the bench. That's pretty much it when I think about free agent targets, but who knows what might happen when it comes to trades. So CJ Abrams, first and foremost, he's a legend on this team. I'd like to keep him, but I gotta say he's been a disappointment. as a whole. This past season was good. I'm just saying I'm still thinking about the sour taste in my mouth from 2025, 2026, 2027. Thankfully, in 2028, he bounced back. He had 167 hits. He had a lot of at-bats. He was batting .260. His OPS, 723. That was a bit of a letdown, but he steals a lot of bases. He has a lot of things well enough. His 1.3 WAR was the highest it's been in his whole career. So I'd like to keep CJ Abrams. He would want to go a 5-year deal, and I think I'm going to give that to him. I'm not sure if we keep him for 5 years, but I want to give him a 5-year deal. We'll call him every day, and we'll give him 7.5 million probably. 5 years at 37.5, giving him 7.5 million per year. Do we keep him long term? I'm not sure yet. But he's very versatile. He plays the outfield. He has speed. He has that base stealing ability. So we're going to try to keep CJ Abrams and go from there. Okay? Pending offer 7.5 million. Now, Luis Garcia is another question mark for us. Good contact guy. He's been like 216 above the last few years, which is very valuable. His OPS also okay. His value in terms of WAR this past season was much better than the year prior to that. So I'm happy to see that at the very least. Also versatile to play third and shortstop. And do we keep him for the whole 5 years? I don't know, because we have young players coming up. But for this next season, I don't think anyone else would really be there. So if I give you 5 years, he wants 8.7 per year. I find that's a bit much. Can we go to 8.5? Can we go to 40? No. Can we go to 8.5? 42.5? Can we go to save 200K a year? So 5 years at 42.5 on Luis Garcia. Hunter Harvey, I love Hunter Harvey, but if we are committing to saying we want to get better bullpen arms, younger and all that, it is a bit high on Garcia. I don't know. Maybe I'll retract that offer. I don't know. Let me keep thinking about it. Hunter Harvey, I love Hunter Harvey. He's been very good for us, but I don't know. He just hasn't pitched a lot. It's just, I don't know, 23 innings pitched. We paid him $5 million this year to pitch for 23 innings. So the game just doesn't seem to rotate it that much in the bullpen and give a lot of options to those players. So to pay him another, 1 year, 2.4, really he'd be wanting 1 year, to give him 2.6 million as he's getting older and regressing further. I love you, but I think I got to let you go, Hunter Harvey. So Harvey and Crawford are definitely both out. I wouldn't mind doing a trade right now if anybody wants them. As much as we have loved having Hunter Harvey here, I don't think it would make much sense to continue to keep him. Oh, he's not under... Sorry, I can't trade him, but I thought some players I could. Let me see, like CJ Abrams? No, I can't. Oh, sorry. I thought some players you could. Like if they were qualified or something, I thought you could do that. My apologies. Even JP Crawford. No, JP Crawford I could. That's odd. Oh. Anyone want to give me a random prospect for JP Crawford? Just one guy. Fernando Pineda. Maybe him. White Sox. I don't want to take someone... I don't want to take B. B is too good. It wouldn't make sense. One C-rated guy. No, it's too good. Okay, let me just do the deal from the White Sox. There's better offers, but I don't want to cheese it. Thank you, Fernando. Oh, okay, there we go. White Sox. Get him. We get another starting pitcher in our system. What even was he? Sorry, I missed him. Fernando Pineda. 21, see potential, 6'4". Bad hits per nines, but who knows? JP Crawford would be absolutely nothing, so better to get something and just see what happens. Okay, so it is a bit rich for my blood on... This is the year 5, moving into year 6 offseason, Landon. It's a bit rich on Luis Garcia, I will admit. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to keep the offer there. And we're going to see what's available in free agency. Yeah, we're going to see what's available. I'm going to keep the offer there. And then, withdraw. A little bit less. Can we go 8 million? That'd be crazy. That would be crazy, eh? If it's 5 years at 42, it'd be 8.4. Let's go a little bit less, even a little bit less. Let's save where we can. Okay, so let's do that on Garcia, and we'll see what free agency has to offer. Staff now. Need a new first base coach. We have a high-ranking staff. Like, it's all A-rated kind of guys. We're putting a lot of money into this staff right now. Staff salary is like $15 million. Reaction, blocking, durability, speed, no. I would almost let Garcia walk and go after a big bat with his money. You're not wrong, Hobbsy. That's also in my mind. But also in my mind is he hasn't been bad. He's a 260, 270 hitter. He's a good contact guy. Our leadoff against lefties. And you know what? We can always retract the offer on day one of free agency, Hobbsy. So I think that's what we'll do. We're going to keep it, but I'm not sold on it right now. Speed, durability, reaction, stealing. That'll be good. Stealing, speed, durability, blocking. Arm strength, durability, fielding, reaction. Speed, stealing, arm strength, arm accuracy. Durability, arm accuracy, blocking. Okay, back to the top. Let's just... I always say the same thing. I do a quick look, but then I say, hey, let's not spend all day on this. Who's one that had stealing and speed? Durability, reaction, no. Was it this guy? Was it this guy? Stealing, speed, durability, yeah. Let's do Tom Ramsey. Let's do it. Come on, Tommy. You like that? 3.54 million for 3 years? Come on. I'm not going to do any more rebranding. So, let's advance a couple days here. Astros want to offer us a trade. Zach Daniels, not Jack, Zach Daniels, D30 for Dustin Sains, D29. Nah. Okay. Josh Young resigned. Waiting. Okay, Tom Ramsey's on board. Good. Sometimes it can be a big tra-la-la to get those guys signed on. So no managers to sign next year at least. These guys are signing for at least 2 more years. In a couple of years, it's going to be everybody but Tom Ramsey is going to need a contract. Okay, and here we go for free agency. No. Okay, 1 more day. Bang. All right, free agency time, ladies and gentlemen. Garcia and Abrams, yeah, those offers are still there. Gunnar Henderson, Shane Bieber, Anthony Volpe, Francisco Alvarez. Whew. Okay, let's start thinking about this now. Offer salary arbitration. Brett Beatty. We could trade Brett Beatty at this exact moment, or we could say we want to give you a contract. What was he making last year? He was making $2.8 million last year. To stay on a 1-year deal, he would take 3.8, maybe even lower. So if we want to keep Brett Beatty for 1 year, it would take like 1 year 3.7, or even 1 year 3.6 type of thing for Brett Beatty to stay on. Do we want to keep him though? At $3 million for an 84 overall, that's a pretty good deal. If we look in free agency, other third baseman, if we want to do a 1-year band-aid type of thing, Royce Lewis wants $18 million. Jake Berger wants $7 million. Bat 260, 43 home runs. He had a big year. I don't know. Christopher Morel wants 7.7. Luis Urias wants 7.2. So, and even Jose Ramirez wants 6.5. Here he is, Jose Ramirez. So, to keep Beatty makes sense in my mind, but I'm also not sold on him being a long-term guy for us. Because to save money, that's very valuable. 1 year, 3.6, let's say, on Brett Beatty. So I'm going to offer him that, but also I'll offer arbitration of 2.8 of 3.05. Jake Berger wants to come to Montreal, does he? Or even, let's say 3.25, see if we can save money there on arbitration. Okay? Okay, let's see what happens. Or he takes 3.5, let's say that. Or he takes 3.5. 3.5 or go to arbitration. 29 is not regress, but they stopped growing pretty much, Landon. 1 year, 3.5 on Beatty. Elijah Green, we definitely want to keep him. Let's not use up the arbitration years. No. 1 year at 1.4 is okay with me. Jackson Rutledge, he's been a trooper. He has been a trooper. He pitched 84 innings this past year. 3.54 ERA. Jackson Rutledge, man. 1.1 WAR even. But I'm sure he wants millions, right? Yeah, he wants $4 million per year. No, he wants what? 1.8 million? For long relief, I can't give $2 million or 1.7 million for long relief. Jackson Rutledge, buddy, I love you. Good luck out there. I'm going to have to let you walk. We could always just trade him, though. And Brady House, who knows what's going to come up of him in his career. I don't know. 1 year, 950K. Jackson Rutledge, meanwhile, we probably just trade him away. So let's take Jackson Rutledge and Pineda. These two guys who we... And Pineda basically being Crawford. And see if we can get a prospect back the other way. Maybe like 1B guy would be okay. Martin Quintana. He's too good. 18B, 66 is too good. Neville Jackson from the Red Sox. Okay, Red Sox have the best offer right now. Unless we want to get an outfielder. I wouldn't mind throwing up another pitcher in the system, though, as well. A67, Oliver Shipman. Didn't we want this guy? Hold on, didn't we really want Oliver Shipman? Yeah. It's coming back to me now. We were going to draft him. We really wanted Shipman. A potential, but he's 22, so he's a bit more of a risk. Guardians are interested. I'll take out Brent Quintero. We wanted Oliver Shipman, I'm pretty sure. Can I throw in a relief pitcher? I have no good relief pitchers. Hey, you have nobody here. Richie Pineda. Perfect. Thank you, Mighty Joe. Yeah, I got it. Perfect. Thanks. We wanted Shipman, yeah. And could I throw in somebody to make it happen? A Holden Powell, 29D68. Someone who I wouldn't have kept. Yeah, Holden Powell. You're definitely interested now. Really, are you? Can I take a C back? Okay, I could. Humberto Batista. All right, let's do it. All right, Jackson Rutledge off to the Cleveland Guardians. Thank you for that one. We'll take it. Thank you kindly, Cleveland. Okay, interesting. So I like that, and that's a good piece of business at least. Now, time to tender contracts. Forrest Lopez. Yeah, this is going to take a little bit of time. But Forrest Lopez, for sure we want to keep. Thad Ward, what would he be wanting? He could be another guy who we trade. Thad Ward, he wants 780. We could keep Thad Ward in long relief. Welcome to Montreal. We could keep him in long relief. So Thad Ward, at that price, he's not rotation, he's depth, but that doesn't change his demand. So I'd rather pay Thad Ward $260K than Rutledge over $1 million. So Thad Ward gets that. Forrest Lopez as backup catcher. I'm happy to keep him. I can't call you every day, though. I got to call you platoon. I can't lie to you. And you want cheap. Thank you, Forrest Lopez. Hey, absolute cheapest. We can go 60K. Bang. Love it. Okay, Benito Perez is going to join the bullpen this year. We'll go 1 year on him. We'll call him bullpen. Benito Perez from Venezuela. 6'5", 22B potential, 78 overall. 600K for him. Francesco Rodriguez might want to make a push this season. He might push Gray out of a spot. Was he our first draft pick ever? Yeah, Forrest wants to be there. Our 5th overall pick, Forrest Lopez. He wants to be here. Richie Dietz could be joining the team this year as well. There are some guys who might see some growth. There are some guys who might see... He's 19! That's crazy. Richie Dietz, 19 years old. He wants to be here too. 60K. Bang. Ernesto Valdez, another guy with a potential. He's 25, but could he make a jump? It's possible. Nasim Nunez, he was good platoon this year. He was good. Bat 253, had 285 at-bats. He's a solid all-around player, but what does he want? Okay, I could do 780 if you're happy to be depth. Is 600K the magic number? No, he'd go cheap. Hey, Nasim. Nasim, what a good guy. Good guy, Nasim. 260K. Dalen Lyle could be outfield as well. That's why I don't think we're going after any bats. Any depth bats? I don't know. Depends again on Garcia. Garcia was available at second base. Brad Ridley, yeah? Yes. Tim Cate. 31-year-old Tim Cate. 780K for him. How much does he really want? For 60K, I'll keep you, Tim Cate. For 60K, I'll keep you. It's hard to find that. Jonas Roosh, who might be our leadoff hitter this next season. In spring training, he bat 293 through 75 at-bats. So Jonas Roosh might end up being a full-timer as well. That's why I don't know about... I don't know. We'll call him depth for now. I can't guarantee... no, I'll call him platoon. He's 23. Let's do that. 70K, not 60, 70K. Juan Yepes probably walks this year. 37 at-bats. He bat 270. Juan Yepes, I don't think I could keep you for what you'd be wanting. Unless you want 60K. Now, Juan Yepes wants 580. I prefer not to, Juan Yepes. I love you, buddy, but I think I'll have to pass on you. Tanner Schobel. What does Tanner Schobel want? Here, we can go cheap on him. Good. As long as we can go cheap, I have no problem. Bubba Chandler. We'll call him depth as well. Down to 60K on Bubba. So it's just Juan Yepes. Can we trade Juan Yepes? Make trade. Yeah, we could trade Juan Yepes. Who else do we get? Richie Pineda, no, I want to keep him. Anyone we're definitely not keeping here? Any deep potential guys here at the bottom? Bubba and Forrest. Amazing. Amazing. 25D, 59. Nathaniel Ochoa Leva. 25D, 59. Left field we kind of need, but second base I could afford, I think. Right? Yeah, I think so. Let me go back up here. There's another D here. The cat, Caleb Ricketts. Even Jackson Clough. I'll throw Jackson. So Yepes, Ochoa, and Clough in exchange for. Yeah, the shortstops are fine enough. He'll be AAA probably. Be okay. Maybe third base things, because if these are, yeah, we could get a third base for the system. Third baseman for the system wouldn't be a bad idea. Someone who's like 20. 21B, Benji Cutler. Okay, that kind of guy, though. That kind of player I'm looking at. For our third base woes. Maybe that'll turn into something in the future. I don't want to just be trading junk for a good prospect, though. It has to be someone who makes sense for us. Bradley, what team was that, Mighty Joe? Brian Bradley? Eric Malanka. He's too good, though. 73. And yeah, exactly. One more value. Makes sense. Dexter Rolls. 22B72. That could be something. All right, Dexter Rolls. Let's get him in there. 22B72. They have some guys in their system already. They're not sure if they're going to do anything with them. Dexter Rolls. We're going to do that. I don't want to think too hard about it, as always. Don't want to think too hard about it. Thank you very much. I hear you, Mighty Joe. I don't disagree with you. It's just, I want to get it over with. Okay, so these guys all have contracts. This guy, so Mason Denenberg would need a contract. 60K, no problem. Schobel got his contract. Dexter Rolls, we now need a contract. 90K, perfect. Chandler got CJ Edwards. Joe Mighty, here he is. Joe Mighty comes down. Is he willing to take 60? Look at that team player. Now he wants 70. Okay, we can do 70. Derek Holcomb, Nolan Hoffman. As long as they want 60, I'm not even looking at them. Mighty Joe, does he also want 70? Like Joe Mighty? No, he wants 80. Oh, greedy. Okay. Okay, I see you. Okay, this shouldn't take too long now. Now we can fly a little faster. Andy, yeah, you serious. This guy. Andrew Lara. He wants 60. Good. Phil Suarez. Corey Boone. Extra for my, I guess so, eh? The stash grooming costs a little extra. I don't know, why can I go so cheap if they want more? I guess I won't complain, but just thinking out loud. 60K for you as well. Campillo, Brown, Hoffman, Parker, Metax. This guy wanted 480. You withdraw. Yeah, sorry, Mitchell Parker. Not going to happen. Parker, not going to happen. Yeah, as long as you want 60, 70, whatever. Less than 100, contract. Guaranteed contract. You want a free $60,000? Just come to the Montreal Expos organization. Craig Dobbs. I guess so, eh? Dollar Shave Club could probably help him out. Pedro Batista. Robbie Oliver. So last guy to trade would also be Mitchell Parker. Like him for just like a random C potential pitcher would be okay with me. Mitchell Parker. Where am I going? Mitchell Parker. Who wants to give me just a random C potential guy? 25 C71. What is he? He's 29. No, it's been in the 60s. Someone in the 60s. C in the 60s. Someone in their 20s with C potential in the 60s. 23 C69? No. 22 D60? Alejandro Estrada? 27 C64? No. 20 C58? Bobby Harrett? No. 21 C65? No. I would take double. Yeah, absolutely I would. Absolutely I would take 60K to play double A baseball. Can't get too much, eh? And that's understandable. Okay, let's go back to what I had at the beginning. Was it the Orioles? Was it the Orioles? No, it was Red Sox, Yankees. Is this guy? No, he didn't want to do that. Okay, let's go the other way then. Padres. 22 C63? No. 29 C65? Close. 20 C57? Oh, this guy, like, he's a 65. So, okay, 22 D61. There you go. Armando Castro. Good. Thank you. Let's see what comes of him in life. Armando Castro. There you go. Perfect. Congrats, Armando. Okay, tender contract done. Arbitration done. 40-man roster. We'll wait and see. I'll add Valdez to it now at least. Ernesto Valdez can be added to it. I don't want to have any risks with him later on. We have 33. So yeah, we still have a good amount of spots open. Okay, so if we go into free agency now, we see Gunnar Henderson. You could think of it like that, dog. You think of it like overall, though. A potential is 90 to 99. Gunnar Henderson, Shane Bieber, Francisco Alvarez, Nolan Jones, Anthony Volpe, Royce Lewis, George Kirby, Spencer Torkelson, Ronald Acuna Jr., batting .315, 92 overall only? Wants $16 million. What? How does Ronald Acuna Jr. not want more than that? He's getting offered 6 years, $90 million. If we give him 6 years, if we give him 15.8 per year to play in the right field, I guess his stats are going down. Why are they going down? That's a question. Why are they going down? Would that be too cheese, though? To say, oh, it's year 6 of a rebuild and we have Ronald Acuna Jr. on the team. But according to the storyline, for some reason, things aren't working out with him. Bautista, Green, Moreno, Brown. There's Berger. So first we're talking about second base. At second base, Luis Arraez, he's a great leadoff hitter too. He could be our leadoff guy, but he doesn't have a lot of speed. That's the problem, actually. I wish he had more speed. Nolan Gorman, he's 28, 280 plus hitter. Renfigo also 84. Duran. Luis Garcia, we know about him. He doesn't have a lot of speed either, though. How about third baseman who could play second? Christopher Morel. Christopher Morel is very versatile, but back 226 this past year. Luis Urias. Royce Lewis would be great for sure. He could play second. He plays every position. Royce Lewis would cost $18.4 million. Now he probably cost pretty much $20 million. He would cost 19 point something. 5 years, $100 million for Ronald. $20 million a year. It's over his asking price, but the storyline is we had to overpay for him to get him to join. I could see it for Ronald. I could see it, but then who's in the outfield? No problem, Leafs King. Welcome aboard, buddy. So if we look at the depth chart here, because we just got Walker Jenkins. We have Dylan Cruz. We have Elijah Green. The outfield's kind of full with Walker Jenkins there. I'm not saying we choose Elijah Green over Ronald Acuna Jr., but I am saying that we kind of were okay. And I was confident with Green in there. Jenkins, Cruz, Ronald. Hey, and Doggy there with the $4.99, Jake Berger or Lewis. If the money's there, Royce Lewis is speaking to me here. Doggy, appreciate you, buddy. Let me add another entry for you in the raffle. Warmaster, welcome to the stream as well, my friend. Sorry you couldn't get Diamond Dynasty yesterday. Doggy, that'll be 2 more entries for you, buddy. Thank you very kindly. Appreciate you. So if we could do the Ronald thing with Lewis too. I don't hate that. I'm just trying to think, would it be too crazy to say we have Acuna Jr. and Vlad Guerrero, like 290 overall plus guys? I don't know. Royce Lewis, he also is a 92, right? He could play second. Brad Ridley could play third or short. Maybe he plays third. Brady House, we're not sure about. CJ Edwards could play second as well. They're all versatile. That's the good thing. Royce Lewis especially, very versatile. We'll have to do that. We'll have to do that more often, War Master. Thanks for saying so. No, it's not, Doggy. It's not. And in the relief pitching, Santos. I almost keep Lewis at third. Then Ridley goes second. Then, yeah, so then Garcia would be fully gone. So Trevor Steven, Trevor Rogers, of course, Slim would love that. Colin Holderman. Colin Holderman looks good, actually. 2.21 ERA this last year, 16 holds, 4 blown saves, though. That's what I see. Trevor Rogers, 7 blown saves, 34. Okay, he had 7 saves. Trevor Steven, 1 save, 5 blown, 31 holds. Sanders at 45. Yeah, Arraez, too. Arraez would be wanting like 10 million. Like 4 years, 40 million would probably interest him. Very good contact hitter. Got him in fantasy baseball. Love him. So Arraez could be leadoff at second base. Also can play first, third, short, left field. Royce Lewis then wouldn't be needed in that same way. I just mentioned him, right? I don't know if I would trade him. He's a monster in fantasy. But Holderman's kind of speaking to me for relief pitchers. Ian Hamilton, Eli Morgan. I'm gonna say let's go after Colin Holderman. He's getting offered 1 year, 4.6. I'll offer you 1 year, 5.2. Yeah, I think Colin Holderman would be a good idea for us. 6'4". He's a righty in there. We have JoJo as the lefty already. 2.21 ERA. 1 bad year in Pittsburgh. The last 2-3 years have been solid enough. Is he a defensive liability, you think, Arraez? So Holderman, I'll send him that contract right now. 1 year, 5.2. See what he says to it. Lewis can be the main target. He can either replace Garcia or Beatty. Then maybe a 1-2 year deal on Arraez to bridge to Ridley. So Royce Lewis would be the big boy. We can send out as many contracts as we want. We can always take them back after. So Royce Lewis would be the big boy. He wants 5 years. I mean, more years gets the demand to go down. We could do probably 7 years maybe. Brings him to 36. 7 years, 127 million. 17 point. He wants 17. Actually, let's bring that. So 18 million a year. 18 million for 7 years. 8 gets him happier though with that. No problem, Doggy. Okay, let's send him that for now and see what happens. Royce Lewis, big 7-year offer there. Arraez would be wanting. Maybe we said a 1-2. So we would do 2 years on him. He's being offered 28.2 for 3. So instead I'll give you 25 for 2. 6 years, 120. I wonder if the interest would be different, War Master. $6 years, 120. The interest would be higher. But it would cost us just $20 million per year instead. We could do that. Saves us from having to pay him for an extra year. Costs more over those 6 years. We do front loaded, back loaded. Probably keep it normal. I usually do normal pay structure. So if we do 6 years, 120. And Ayaz is being offered 3 years, 28. So I'll give you 3 years, 30, I guess. No, a bit more. What exactly is the player option? It's just that he could say that he wants to stick on for another year at the same price. 3 years, 32 on Arraez, let's say. And then I'd withdraw the offer from Garcia. And then withdraw the offer from Beatty. We'd still be over the budget, though. So I don't think we can do everything. Luis, Arraez. That's keeping Abrams, too, at shortstop. Oh, the 6th year would be an option on his side of things. So Royce Lewis, we could give him 6 years, 19.5 with a player option. Yeah, we're over budget. So now that saves us $500K. We'll go player option. That saves us $500K. We'd be over the budget here with Arraez. So I think we got to drop him, unfortunately. I go back to Garcia now. He wants a lot of money. One year, $8 million? I don't know. Unless we have Royce Lewis playing second. Gorman, where's Gorman? Nolan Gorman. Gorman wants 13.6 per year. Always the same number. How's his defense, though? Our accuracy is okay. Errors. 10 errors last year. Ooh, 16 the year before. Like, is that normal to have that many? If I look at a guy who has better defense, 5 errors, I'd rather have that. Because right now, if Lewis signs for third base, let's think about that. If Lewis signs at third, yeah, we'll look at the full budget in a second. Brett Beatty would become expendable unless CJ Abrams at shortstop, Royce Lewis at second, or vice versa. Basically, second and short would be Lewis and Abrams. Third stays Beatty. Or his errors this past year. 3 errors, I like that. Good fielding percentages. Looking at the full budget here. This is how things look at the moment. Gray moving out could be an option for us, especially with the understanding that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'd have Francesco Rodriguez trying to fight for a spot, maybe even Ernesto Valdez. Does Gray move an original Expo? Does he move after a lackluster couple seasons? Quality starts have been going down. I think Gray might move here. But now the question is, do we move Gray or Gray and Beatty? If we move Gray and Beatty, Lewis at third. How are his errors? 5. Lewis at third. Abrams at second. 20 errors. Oh my goodness. This guy has a lot of errors. We put him at second now, instead of being a liability at shortstop. Abrams is second. Lewis is third. Shortstop is... Unless Beatty stays third, Lewis goes shortstop. Even Brady House could be in the mix too. Brady House is good defense. Maybe Brady House is our starting shortstop instead. Either way, we can't have Abrams playing short or third, I don't think, anymore. And Lewis, could he play short? Yeah, he can play short. Silver Slugger, a couple of those. Playoff MVP in 2027. This could work. So now, if I say, so we'll keep Beatty at third for now. If we trade Gray, and it's 8.3 million. That's our Tim Cate in there too. I'm sorry, it's a lot of thinking out loud here, so thanks for sticking with me. It would be hard for me to replace Abrams. He's one of like the really original guys. Would it be... I feel like I'm really overhauling it too much to say all those guys out. Garcia, Abrams, Gray, Ruiz, everybody out. Bringing a whole new squad. I don't know. This team's been growing. I don't know if now's the time to make a big move like that. Garrett Hoffman, this guy's not growing, eh? AAA. One of these guys can stay in AAA. Let's move this guy. Geraldi Diaz can move. Too many catchers. We have Dobbs and Dorsey to grow. So let's move one of those D guys. Gray, Diaz. Maybe a first baseman in the system. Yeah, let's get a first baseman. A first baseman in the system would be nice. Who has a first baseman prospect for us? Gage Johnson. Good contact. 18 with A potential. Keep the Mariners in mind. Alonzo Abar. Okay, decent. George Osuna. So. That brings us back to the top now, eh? So Mariners may have the best 18A56. It's a bit of a project to have an 18-year-old. Who can you throw in here? What team was the 61 overall guy on? Yeah, like 99 durability or something like that. Doesn't really matter. Where was the 61? Alonzo Abar, yeah. What if we trade Abrams, then with his money get Reyes? I was thinking about that too. That's a lot of speed out of the lineup. Taking out Abrams would be a lot of speed. I think I want to move him to second, reduce the errors, but keep his stolen bases, you know? I'm trying to think like that. Okay, so if we do that from the Mets, we do this trade with the Mets instead. Who can you throw in? Center fielder Juan Campillo. I think it's like Kenny Oliver, B22, B60. He might be the guy. So we throw in Kenny Oliver and yeah, let's throw. I don't know. Do they have any good relief pitchers? Hoyt Malone. No one really stands. Michael Kopech is good. He hasn't pitched in the MLB in years, though. Do we take a chance on Michael Kopech? Yeah, let's take a chance on him and see what happens. Michael Kopech. All right. There we go. Thank you for the Mets. All right, Gray, we love you. We love you. We love you. Josiah Gray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 answers our question here. And Elliot Ordonez. would be whatever. They'll figure it out in New York. They have a ton of money over there. Thank you, New York. Thank you, Josiah Gray. Another original Expo on his way out. It's a heartbreaker. It is a heartbreaker. Everyone has their contract here. Alonso Abar would need a contract. Kenny Oliver contract. So that leaves us with like 10-ish million in the budget. If we sign Lewis, Abrams, and Holderman. Do we need to give it... Now does... Kopech would need a contract, eh? Greenhouse, yeah. Kopech would need a contract. He wants 3.4 million. Arbitration last year made 3 million. 1 year. Bullpen. 3 million? 3 million for Michael Kopech. Is he worth it? 99 clutch is great. Hasn't pitched in the MLB in years, but he's usually a guy who simulates well in the game. That's why I like the possibility here of Michael Kopech. Let's throw 3 million on him and see what he says, unless we really need the money. And Luis Garcia, it looks like he's going to be walking. As we go after Royce Lewis here to play at third base, Abrams will stay. So Lewis at third, Lewis at short, Beatty at third, Abrams at second, and Jenkins, Cruz, Green in the outfield, with Jonas Roosh being in there as well, probably. I think that works. With the bullpen being Romero, Charles, Brash, Kopech. I don't know. Let's advance a few days now. Yeah, Gunnar Henderson's not going to happen, though. We don't have $30 million to pay him. He wants 39.1 per year. We do not have that, unfortunately. So we're kind of having to moneyball it a little bit in some ways, just in general, with the team that we're dealing with here. Chisholm, too much trade value now. Yeah, it's because it's not the salary cap, it's the budget, and the Nationals don't have a ton in their budget when you take them over. All right, so Spencer Steer goes to the Diamondbacks on a 6-year contract. Royce Lewis, it doesn't take him long. Bienvenue à Montréal. Wow, the Expos got him quick. 6 years at 19.45 per. Wow, Royce Lewis, big splash in free agency. Little pit stop turned into an overhaul of the engine here. Royce Lewis signs on. Shane Bieber to the Twins. Big, big news in Montreal coming out of the Montreal Expos organization. Big news right there. Now, when you look at our budget today, he's been out since... Has he? We're weighing more on tender contracts, yeah. And free agency, just waiting on CJ Abrams at the moment. Oh, and that relief pitcher signed too. That's great. Colin Holderman signed as well. So now, as relief, actually, we can look at it over here in the pitching rotation. Romero as closer, Charles as setup, Brash, Kopech, and it would be, move these guys out, Brash, Kopech, and Holderman here. Yeah, Brash, Kopech, Holderman in mid, Charles in setup, Jojo Romero in closer. Do we keep Thad Ward all year in long relief? I wouldn't mind a better long relief pitcher. If we have some money, I wouldn't mind a long relief pitcher who can give us a bit more. And there's Casey Mize, who we traded away last year. What did he do in the end? Good numbers. Yeah, he was good. I wouldn't mind a low-end guy. Ooh, like these guys are making, like, being off, like Ranger Suarez, $8 million. That's crazy. Senga, what does he want? Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy money. Clark Schmidt. Zach Eflin, who had good numbers last year. Let's see. 3.86, Framber Valdez. Who can stay in long relief? Jordan Montgomery, Marcus Stroman, John Means we had. Someone who's trustworthy up here. Clark Schmidt wants... Yeah, Ward... I don't know, Ward I guess could stay, but... I don't know if that Ward, if I would trust him to enter the rotation if needed. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you guys are getting offered $5 million. Zach Wheeler. What does he want? 7? No, that's crazy. We'll wait a bit. All right, let's keep on going. George Kirby to the Rangers. Let's advance a bit more. Abrams is still waiting on that offer. We sent him. Tender contracts. These last 4 guys are there. I was saying so we would need a lefty. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Adriana, welcome to the stream. Do we go... Sorry, if we go to free agency... Now if we look at starting pitchers, have they come back down to earth a little bit? These guys? Like, no, he still wants 5 points. Like, it's too much. Senga wanting $7.5 million. It's too much. And would it really be worth it to sign someone 76? Or we'd probably just call someone up in our system instead. So 1, 2, 3, 4... 5 would be hopefully Rodriguez or Valdez, whoever takes it. And then long relief would be Thad Ward and... Would it be Tim Cate? At 74? I don't know. Maybe we could find some sort of trade where we trade Cate and somebody else for someone a little higher in overall. So Tim Cate and... someone older here at the bottom. Maybe a little 2-for-1. Maybe we throw in Castro now, the guy we just got recently. Or did we trade another one of these catchers? 1, 2, 1, 2, AAA, AAA, AA. No, we should probably keep those guys. Second, third, Miguel Castillo. He's 21 though. I need to rush that. Marcus Brown, we could probably move out. AAA, yeah, Marcus Brown. So Marcus Brown and Tim Cate in exchange for a starting pitcher. Who's like 70... Let's go to player search, actually. Player search. Starting pitcher. Left-handed. And let's say... Overall... Max 82, but even that's probably too much. 78 to 81, let's say. 78 to 81. And... I want to see pitching clutch. Pitching clutch. At least 70. Okay. That leaves some options for us. Justin Steele making 8.5. Okay, let's also fix up the money here. Max salary like 2 million. 1 million? Okay, good. Andrew Abbott is one option for us. Not great numbers. Logan Allen. Jordan Wicks, Ken Waldachuk, Ranger Suarez. None of them are great. None of them are great here. Jordan Wicks historically has something to him at least. Would the Cubs want to do this? Why can't I select him? Oh, he's not under contract, that's why. So I can't even trade for him right now, eh? Cubs. Oh, no, I could. So if I say Jordan Wicks for Tim Cate, and was it a shortstop? Marcus Brown, was that it? Who else did you say? Maxwell Romero? Maxwell Romero. Catchers, yeah, I was just wary to see if I have enough catchers. No, value wouldn't go. Wouldn't work. Back to player search. Starting pitcher. Too bad we have to go through this all again. Lefty. 3 million, I guess. Let's stretch to that. 78 to 81. I will say under contract, I suppose. What am I trying to say? Contract minimum 1 year. Okay. Everyone's at the 4s in the ERAs, huh? Lenny Parsons! Oh, good old Lenny Parsons! We've been going crazy for Lenny. Oh, but it wouldn't make sense for the Pirates to do that. Lenny, good old Lenny. Thomas White could be an option, and maybe a future option at that. I could see them wanting to trade him. He has some potential to grow there, too. Maybe Thomas White's an idea. It could make sense if we trade them a big package. But the problem is we have young pitchers who want to enter the rotation. We traded away Gray with the idea that one of our 2 young pitchers joins the rotation. Lenny Parsons would take a spot right away. Warmaster says Kenny Waldichuk is a legend. Last year, for me, he's my number 2 starter in the organization in Oakland. And he won 2 Cy Youngs. What? Whoa. All right, would the Marlins want to do something like this? Probably not, but if I give you Tim Cate, Romero Jr., and Marcus Brown. Oh, almost. Almost. They have a lot of pitchers here in my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they don't have room for Thomas White. So that's fine. Who can we add into this deal to make it happen? Pedro Bautista, no. Craig Dobbs, I wouldn't want to do. Kenny Oliver in the right field, I prefer to keep. Tim McNeil, they do, but we like Tim McNeil. Hoffman. Garrett Hoffman. For Bernard? No, it wouldn't work. Not going to trade you Christian Rivera or Oliver Shipman. Campillo, Taylor, no. Kevin Made. You would do Kevin Made. So we trade out 2 shortstops. Could. That leaves us with what as shortstop? Not much in terms of players who are actually shortstops. I know, it's not the same as Lenny. Lenny could happen someday. But I don't think today's that day. Thomas White, welcome to Montreal, my friend. Let's do it. Okay, there's lefty, long relief lefty. Great. Breaking news, says Warmaster. Sources say Lenny Parsons, a pitcher in the Pirates organization, has requested a trade. He said he would like to play for the Expos. Has he? If we go, what's the Pirates organization looking like right now? Pirates starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It makes sense. He's not being pushed out. They need pitchers. He was a top pick of theirs. It doesn't make sense yet, but keep an eye out. Yes, so 40-man rosters. It's been getting reported a lot recently. Who should we add to the 40-man? Any of these guys? I guess Hoffman with his A potential. A lot of trade value, too. 40-man. That's 35. No one else that I'm really scared of losing. Wish you could just see who isn't. Like a master list of who isn't on the 40-man. Actually, if I look at AAA, it must be some of these AAA guys. Benito's on it. Richie's on it. Rodriguez. Put Rodriguez on it. There we go. Actually, I don't need to, though. He's not eligible for the Rule 5 draft. So I don't need to do that. So I guess we could just keep it as is. Still waiting on Beatty. Still waiting on these guys. Still waiting on Abrams. I know. I want to see what... I'm hoping for growth over the offseason, though, Hobbsy. But Hoffman next year would be a trade candidate. A trade chip if we're trying to improve our team in the season itself. No. Nolan Jones to the Cubs. Manuel Clase to the Twins. Gunnar Henderson to the Twins as well. $37.65 million per year. The Twins are looking like a powerhouse squad. Torkelson to the Red Sox. Also Felix Bautista to the Red Sox. The Pirates want to offer us Brian Hayes and O'Neal Cruz for Dylan Cruz. Wow, at least that's a good offer. At least that's a good offer. Slim would be going nuts right now, but I'm not trading Dylan Cruz. We can't. That's crazy. What an offer from the Pirates. Okay. Still waiting on Beatty. Still waiting on Abrams. But who else is offering you a contract? CJ. Stone Garrett's even in free agency. Look at Stone. Back 212 last year. Rare good trade offer from the AI. Where's... Bro, CJ, no one else is offering you a contract, buddy. No one else. And because of that, you're losing money now. 5 years, 37.5. Now it's 5 years, 37. Just because. Oh, actually, look at the interest. So now it's 5 years, 35. No, no, no. Now it's 5 years, 34. How do you like that now, CJ? Now it's 5 years, 34. You played around, and now you got burned. No. Jake Berger to the Diamondbacks, only 8.8 million per year. That's a great contract for them. Riley Green to the Marlins, Garrett Whitlock to the Dodgers. Still waiting on CJ. Gabriel Moreno to the Cubs. Cardinals sign Alvarez to a big deal there. The 94 overall catcher goes. Still waiting on CJ. Volpe is 94 overall, still out here too. Hunter Brown. Willie Adames not getting a contract. Bat 300 last year. Sheesh. Draft lottery time. All right, so we're in the mix of the draft lottery. We're at the 12th best odds at 1.1%. A's, Rockies, White Sox. The A's just always at the bottom here. So we have the 12th best odds. We have a chance to take a sip of water here. It's a long one. All right, Rockies win. We stay at 12. At least there's that. Rockies up 1, A's down 1. White Sox up. Red Sox up 1, White Sox down 1. I'd say let's check let's check his asking price. Rule 5 draft's about to come up too. So, let's see. Shortstop. Could he play second base? He could. So, Willie, better defense than CJ Abrams. We're offering him 34 for 5 years. He would want 11.9. And he's 33, which is also not great. And he wants 5 years. Like, at 6 years, he'd go down. Like, we could go... Like, if we're doing 5 by 34, for Abrams, for Adames, it would have to be, like, yeah, it would be a lot more expensive. We're talking, like, 5 million more per year. Short term, if he wants 1 year, 1 year 17, it would be right up at the budget. I don't know if it's worth it to go 1 year 17 when you get 5 by... Like, that's a solid number on Abrams. At 6 point whatever, it's a solid number at 6.8 per year. Let's keep waiting to see if the asking price comes down. Brian De La Cruz, Logan O'Hoppe to the Blue Jays, Josh Lowe to the Yankees, Orioles get Cassis. Yeah, it's a bit too much, unfortunately. Rule 5 draft, let's check it out. At 12. Anyone who interests us at 12? Starting pitchers, no. Relief pitchers, that was a question that I had, but no. Closing pitchers, no. Catchers, no. First base, second base, Derek Holcomb. Didn't we have him at one time? Third, short, Higgins, center field, no. No one who stands out to me. Steve Olivo would be something, but can't have him stay in the MLB all season for that. All right, Rule 5 draft is over. Shea Langio's going to the Pirates. Anything from CJ? Nothing. CJ, don't play around, buddy. Don't play around, I'm telling you. He got 5 by 34? Congrats. Now it's 5 by 33.5. You just lost $500,000. You just lost $500,000 for your greed. Anthony Volpe goes to the Orioles in the end. 29.2 million per year, big deal there. Okay, what other teams are going after CJ now that no, still nobody else. Rule 5 draft is essentially any player that's not on your 40-man roster is eligible to be selected by another team. But if any other team selects them, they can't take them and then put them in their minor leagues. They would have to take them and then keep them on their MLB roster for the entirety of the season, I believe. The Padres want to offer us Ha-Seong Kim and Harrison Bowe for Mackenzie Gore. Again, at least it's a good offer. Our best pitcher, Ha-Seong Kim, would be incredible to pick up right now. I would love Ha-Seong Kim to join this team. But for our ace pitcher, can't do it. Yes, what does Tovar look like, too? If you look at the other shortstops. Even because CJ, he's a shortstop, but he'd be playing second. So Nolan Gorman's still out here too. Luis Garcia's still out here as well. Do we just say, hey, Luis, we let you walk, but now we actually want a second baseman? Come back? Garcia would want, still at 9.1, that's a lot. Abrams is a lot less. That's a lot for Garcia. Tovar is being offered 4 by 56.4. So it would take 14.5 on Tovar, basically. Yeah. We could do it. Do we offer Tovar a contract like that? We would have the money for Tovar. Same for Willie. It's actually, no, Willie was... It's more the age on Willie. So we could say, never mind on Abrams. He's being offered 33.5. We'd have 20 million to play with about. So if I say, hey, look, Tovar, I'll give you 5 years. You're being offered 4 by 56? Or whatever that. I give you 4 years 60? That's too crazy. 4 years 58. Like it would look like that, but he'd be most interested in us, but it's not a guarantee. I say let's send it. Whoever answers first gets the job between Tovar and Abrams. Yes, it's going to cost... It's more than twice as expensive. More than twice as expensive. Talk me out of it if you want to talk me out of it. It's more than twice as expensive as CJ Abrams. Abrams definitely has the speed, but Tovar has the defense, and he seems to have the batting. Not always, though. Is it too rich? Is it too, like, 288 this past year, but 241 the year before that? 240, like, 240, 243, 272, 241, 288. Because we could go, yeah, he's 27. We could go 5 years. Doesn't change much, really, though. So 4 years, 58, versus 5 years, 72.5 doesn't really change much. I could go to 14.4 maybe for 5 years on him. But could we even trade Abrams? No, we can't even trade Abrams. He's a free agent. That's true. He's a free agent. Technically, he's not even on our team. Garrett Mitchell. Tovar. Would it be? Is that too much to be giving him? Great defense, though. We could put him at shortstop, and it ends up being Royce Lewis who plays second. Royce Lewis can play second instead. But I'm worried about the speed as well. Depth chart. Our speed is 10th right now. That's actually okay. Do we have the green light to keep that offer to Tovar? Or is that just too much? 5 by 72. We could go for Adames, whatever, Willie. Willie would also be cheaper. I mean, worst case, both sign, then Beatty could be benched or traded and go Lewis, Tovar, Abrams. It's true. Like 5 years, 60 on Willie. Like, do we want to pay 14.4 for Tovar, 12 for Willie, or 6.7 for Abrams? So I'm just reading what you're saying here. I prefer Tovar to Willie. I think Willie will regress. Okay, we're going to keep the offer, and we're going to see who signs. We advance a week and see what happens. What happened? Nothing happened yet. Okay. Check again. Tovar and Abrams. Still, the only offers, the highest offers for both of them. Still the highest offers for both of them. Advance another week. Tovar signs! Ezekiel Tovar is signed with the Montreal Expos. 5 years, 72 million, giving him 14.4 per season. 86 overall, Ezekiel Tovar, welcome to the Expos. CJ Abrams, you played around too much. We wanted to keep you. Since day one, we wanted to keep you. But now it's just impossible. We want it from the opening day, the first ever at-bat, the home run in the welcome back opening day. Or was it the first at-bat back as a Montreal, whatever it was. Our first game back as the Expos. Back in year number 1, that leadoff home run that he hit. Man. Offer him cheap and it's I don't think we have the money even for cheap. It'll be 1 year, 3.1. That's the lowest we could go on Abrams. And he's being offered more by the Giants even. So now if we look at our lineup here, if we just throw people into it, about who's playing where. So right now that would keep Lopez and House on the bench at the moment. Lyle and Nunez also options. I wouldn't mind a better bench bat. But at the same time, I like this lineup a lot. Third base there. Second and short swap here. This would be the lineup, basically. Not the right order, but this would be the lineup. Garrett Hampson, if we need speed, is right there. Hold on. Garrett. Mr. Garrett. Who are you looking at? Here he is, 73. He's got okay speed. Let me guess, he wants $6 million. He wants 2.7 to be platoon. Nah, that's crazy. You guys want such crazy money. Sit in free agency and do nothing then. Even Trevor Story. Wow. That lineup looks disgusting. If they don't perform, I say we blow it up. Yeah, I agree. If that lineup doesn't perform, we blow it up. Now for the pitching, are we okay with this? Actually, it's hard to see. Are we okay with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 / Rodriguez? Relief being Romero as closer, Charles as setup, Holderman, Perez, Brash, Kopech as mid-relief. DeAndre Bryan probably back to AAA after his so-so season. I'm not getting messages anymore. I only see it on my computer. Okay. So Tovar's on board, and Abrams played around too much. Hunter Brown. Is he still out there? CJ still out there. Being offered 3 years, $18 million. That's crazy. That's crazy. Getting like $6 million per year for 3 years when he could have gotten at one point over 7 for like 5. Wow. Willie Adames goes to the Cubs. James Outman to the Cubs as well. Garrett Mitchell to the Pirates. So Beatty, we could have gotten him for like 3.5. We rolled the dice at arbitration. He goes for 3.7. So Beatty is going to be costing that. So now we're in a deficit because of that. Abrams has signed with who? Let me see. Transactions, trades, free agency. CJ, where are you, CJ? Did I pass him? Probably, right? Abrams. All right, with the Yankees. 3 years, $6 million with the Yankees. CJ Abrams off to New York. There you go. He really did, Mighty Joe. Can I see the pitchers again? So now, the rotation would be... Imagine that Rodriguez, our prospect, would be Bryant for a second. Long relief, we have White and Ward. Mid relief, we have Brash, Kopech, Holderman. And there you go. Set up Charles, closing Romero. Okay. I think we can advance into spring training at this point now. So if we advance to spring training, here we are. White could be the 5 too. Yeah, White could slot into the 5 if needed. So now, here's how things look for spring training. So we definitely want to get Francesco Rodriguez up. Add to the 40-man. Put him in the MLB. Okay. And a lefty starter would, yeah, that would be good. That's why we got, what's his name? We have Gore and we potentially have White. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Back here. Even Gilbert's a righty. Okay, in AAA, who else do we want to see from? Brad Ridley we could see a little bit. Add him to the 40-man. Let's see a bit of him in spring training. That might be it. Yeah, that's probably it. It gives us 38. We'll let the computer do what it wants for lineups. Auto. Crazy. We lost a lot of original players this in the last year. Ruiz, Garrett, Garcia, Abrams, Gray, 5 original Expos. So if we think now about the original players that we got back in year number 1, it's just Dylan Cruz and Elijah Green as the bats. Is that really? That's crazy. And pitching, it's Gore. Is it just Gore? Man, and things have changed in 6 years. Okay. Ranger, is he still there, Ranger Suarez? No. He had just signed with somebody, yeah. Any lefties here? Robbie Ray, Steven Matz. What is Robbie Ray? Yeah, he wants $2 million. That's too crazy. We're even over the budget, right? Like I had said. We're over the budget by $808K. Is that it? Kopech could free up money for us, maybe. At $3 million. Anyone in the trade blocks here? Not yet, eh? Go to player search. Any relief pitcher who's 77 to 80, making $2 million, max $2 million. James Krinchik was good in our Pirate series. Giovanni Moran. Krinchik and Moran both look good. Padres and Rays. Okay, Padres and Rays. Padres. Okay, he'd probably be up there. And in terms of importance. And Rays. Moran, he's probably their setup guy. So probably the Padres make the most sense. So if I want James Krinchik, hey, he's on the first year of his contract. Oh my goodness, we can't even get him. Rays, Moran, we could get Moran. Okay, Moran. I'm trading you back Michael Kopech, which is good for you as well. We save $1.5 million. Oh, you know what? Sorry, gang. I missed some comments here because it wasn't showing up on my screen. Gore and Abel, or did we acquire Abel year 1? Yeah, we acquired them in year 1. Gore was already here when we took over. So a player on the Rangers, you're saying. But look, according to the player search, this is what made sense for us. So I'll give you Kopech for Moran, and I'll throw in Nolan Hoffman, I suppose. We can do that. You want to give me a 19 D56? Or a 20 D59? Whatever. Yeah, we'll check the Rangers, sure. All right, Michael Kopech, I wanted to keep him, but budget's a little tight. He simulates well traditionally, but he hasn't played in a while. Maybe it's just too big of a question mark. Moran just... Where is he? Moran just offers better... he's a lefty. He frees up some money for us. I'd rather do that. So, Moran's going to come over from the Rays. And if we look at the Rangers... Rangers, relief pitchers... Maybe Oviedo? We're making 2.6. It would have only freed up 400K. These are expensive relief pitchers here on the Rangers. Tanner Scott. They have a lot, though. But they're expensive ones. Okay. Done. Brash. Moran's 78. Bryant will go to the AAA probably. Okay, let's run through spring training now. We'll run through spring training and we'll see where we're at. I don't think it's gonna happen, Hobbsy. I did some offline by myself. It's just it's a tall task. I'd rather record the Canucks, if I'm being honest. So let's just give it maybe like halfway through spring training. We're 10-8, around the halfway point ish. 10-8. We can even look at contract extensions already. Jenkins, I don't know if I can call you a star yet. Yeah, why not? Jenkins, you want 1 year 1.9? 1 year 2 million? Bang. Ford. He sells some arbitration years. Call you every day for now. Yeah, last spring training was not pretty for for him. 1 year 2.7, 2.8, 2.9, 3. Well, 2 years are still arbitration eligible, but now you want a lot more. I guess we could do 2 years. I may give you 3.5 per year-ish. Okay, even 6. Okay, 2 years to 6.5, we can do that. Mick Abel, definitely another year. You want to be the ace. Are you serious, Mick? Come on now. So getting these guys out of the way is good at least. 1 year, 3 million, 3.2, 3.3. Yeah, 2 years going. I'll give you 2 years, but now I'm giving you 7 million. All right, fine. Brett Beatty, we're not sure about yet. Maddox Charles. 1 year, 1.7, 1.8, good. All right, so that gets a few guys taken care of already. That's nice. So we look at the budget for next year. We already have some taken care of. So for 2030, a good number of things are already taken care of. Holderman, we're not sure about. Beatty probably moves on. Moran, Greenhouse, arbitration, we'll see. We're going to have a good number of players already taken care of for next year. Jenkins at 2 million for a year is helpful. Okay, sorry, looking at the lineup now. How are things going in the lineup? Royce Lewis batting 157. Royce, don't make me regret this, buddy. We're going to blow it up if we have to. Don't make me blow it up. Naylor batting 184. Cruz 178. Beautiful. Beatty batting 333 there on the bench. Yeah, that was a crazy year for the Dodgers. Feel free to use disgusting when referring to Mighty's 2027 spring training. Now, that'll be 2028 spring training, right? We're first in contact, which is good to see. Yeah, it was a bit disgusting, though. And for the pitching, Gore looking great. Gilbert, not so much. Mick Abel had a tough couple starts there. Let's get Rodriguez in here, too. So Rodriguez is in there. Joe Mighty pitched a little bit. Joe Ryan Jr. and Joe Mighty have both pitched a little bit. How tall is he? Royce Lewis is 6'2". Okay, back to it. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. All right, we're 16-13. Last game of spring training now. I'm going to give the start to Rodriguez. I want to see him get a little bit more. Did Valdez pitch much? So probably we'll go half the game Rodriguez. I'm going to give 6 innings to Rodriguez and 6 innings to Valdez, no matter what. No matter what. For the lineup, actually, we'll decide that in the game here. Here against the Mets. Jays, sure. Like, how do they look like lineup-wise? No problem. So Rodriguez is going to get the start here. Vladdy has been good. He's going to take a little rest. Naylor is going to come in, actually. And at DH, we'll bring in... we'll bring in Beatty for some more at-bats. Tovar has been great. Brady House. Let's see a little Brady House. At shortstop, yeah. There's only 9 innings. Why did I say 6 and 6? 4.5 and 4.5, or it's 5 and 4. 5 and 4, no matter what. What am I saying? 6 and 6. Oh, thank you. Brad Ridley. No, Roosh is going to lead off. I'm going to put... Who could play second here? Hold on. Here. 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 No. Ridley DH. Lewis there. Unless it's extra sprinting. Extra innings, I mean, sorry. And let's give Garrett Hoffman some at-bats at DH. Why not? And let's get Forrest Lopez in as well for catcher. All right, let's play ball. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it. 3 runs for us there in the second. Very nice. 3 runs for the Mets, though. No matter what, I said we're doing this. Rodriguez, I told you you're staying in there. Let's go, buddy. Let's do it. Very nice. Another run for us. Rodriguez, you're tired. So either you make it through this inning or you have one mistake. Lead off double, goodbye. All right, let's go to Valdez now. Valdez to finish it off. Let's go. Ends up being 1 run for the Mets. We're up nice. We're doing well runs-wise. All right, 9th inning. Josh Naylor 2 for 3 on the day. Pitching change. Caleb Ferguson coming in now. Oh, they don't do extra innings in spring training? Josh Naylor at first base. I want to see Richie Dietz. Let's get Richie Dietz in here. Richie Dietz, okay, he singles. Cool. Dylan Cruz is 3 for 4 today. Let's bring in Lyle or Green. Yeah, Green probably didn't get... Actually, no, he looks really good. And there you go, RBI double for Elijah Green. That's why we're keeping him. Walker Jenkins grounds out. Forrest Lopez grounds out. Brady House, 1 for 3 on the day. Let's bring in... Ridley. Brad Ridley. RBI double from Brad Ridley. Jonas Roosh strikes out. All right, bottom of the 9th now, up 12-4. Don't choke it, Ernesto. And Dabrowski, are you still in here, buddy? We're going to get your created player done after this. Pop up. Strikeout. And finally, Stanley grounds out. Okay, Expos win 12-4. There you go. And Valdez technically gets the save on that. Okay, so we go 17 and 13 in spring training. I like that. So if I look, yeah, I guess we'll look here. 222 from Ridley. Looked okay at times, but he'll stay in AAA for now. Jonas Roosh probably gets to stay in the MLB this season. Vladdy, amazing. Royce, you got to pick it up. I will not be afraid to trade you. This is a stacked lineup, and I will trade you if I have to. Josh Naylor, 229, not great. Cruz looked good. Jenkins did not look good. Ford looked good. Tovar looked great. Beatty's going to come in at third base. So Ridley will not be an everyday guy there. Hoffenbat, 212. Dietz, 294. Dietz might be here. Dietz might stay. Nunez probably goes down. Lyle goes down. Shovel goes down. Green was great. House, Lopez, blah, blah, blah. Rotation... Numbers came back down to earth. McAble struggled a little bit. Rodriguez, he'll stay for now. Valdez looked good, though. Ernesto Valdez looked good. Does Valdez stay? And Rodriguez, he's 22. Valdez is old. Maybe Ernesto Valdez stays as the veteran. Rodriguez goes to AAA for now. Jorian Jr. looked really good as well. He's going to be sticking around soon enough. Okay, so now let's set up the roster. So if we're looking, starting pitchers... For now, let's say AAA for Rodriguez. Everyone just, if you're not in the MLB, I'm putting you in AAA. And I'll fix where you go later. Okay, so there's the pitchers. Ward, we'll see what happens with Ward. If Ward were to go down, he'd go through waivers. Relief pitchers, Romero, Holderman, Brash. Bryant, I'm not convinced. He's going down for now. Moran stays. Chandler and Lara, all these guys are going down. They have to go through optional waivers. What? Lara too? No, he can go. Lara can go. Huber, yeah, we can. No one's gonna take him, no problem. Okay. Closing. Benito Perez can stay for now. Richie, put him in double for a second here. Catchers. So, Hoffman, you got to get some good growth, buddy, or else you're a prime trade chip. So, AAA. I don't know if I can see his numbers anymore. No, it doesn't show me anymore. Spring training. No, it won't show me. But yeah, like you can scroll back in the video. It'll show you 0.67 ERA maybe. guy's going to go down to single A. So the two young guys here will be double A, double A, triple A, triple A. First base, that's okay. Second base, Schobel, no. Okay. Third base, Lewis, Beatty, House, yes. Shortstop, Nunez, I think, goes down in the end. Roosh could stay. I'd want Dietz to stay. It's just, there's too many people. I'm trying to make too many people stay here. Lyle goes down. And that's it. So yeah, we still have to clear up 3 more spots. So Nunez goes down. He'll go through waivers. If he gets claimed, he gets claimed. MLB roster. Bubba Chandler, we probably have to risk it with him as well. Yeah, whatever. If it happens, it happens. Such is life. Bubba goes there. We'd have to free up 2 more spots. Would not be easy. Is there too many bats? Does Richie Dietz go down for a little bit more? Even though he's 77, he's still only 19. Because in the infield, there's Beatty and there's House. In the outfield, it's just Green. I like the bats here. I like the bats. It would probably be Valdez going here. White going here. Maybe Ward goes down for now and comes up later once we have spots more freed up. Or even Benito Perez. Benito didn't look good in his 1 inning that he played. Mackenzie, loved your recent pod. Oh, of course, the War of Nerds podcast. Not seeing a donate button. Watching from the YouTube app tonight. Anyone know if it's only available on the computer or how else to give? Well, what's the button? Is it just? I'm not sure how it looks on the app. It might just be donate if you're on YouTube. If you're on the desktop, is it a give button? I can't even say for sure, but the best way is to go through the link in the description for the PayPal link. That's the best way. It gives me the most, so the donation, the highest ratio of money from the donation on YouTube app for me is right next to the typing bar. Gotcha. Oh, that's where it is. Yes, I see it now. Show your support for Data782, and you click on the money sign, the dollar bill next to the chat. Thank you. But so the PayPal not only gives me the most, which is, if you're donating to me, then, you would want the majority to go to me, I suppose. But it also gets you the most entries into the created player raffle. Sorry, thanks everybody for helping out Mackenzie there. If we go to the roster, I'm going to say probably Benito Perez goes down again then. For now. He has the options. We gotta free up some spaces. That gets us to 26. Okay, I like that. It gets us to 26 now. So Brash can go here. We have 3 mid, 1 setup, 1 closer, 2 long. I'd rather move down, not that I'd rather move down Perez than Ward, but I'd rather move down a mid relief than a long relief and leave only 1 guy there. So Valdez would go here. Ward would go here. And there you have it. Okay? Let me turn this back to manual. Right? Good. So Valdez will start the year getting that spot. Ernesto Valdez. Where was he drafted again? Let's start typing the message. The dollar box went away. I see. Got it. Thanks. No problem, Kenzie. Thank you for your question. If we look at, where's it? What's it called again? How you see where everyone from your team came from? Transactions, roster history. So our oldest player right now is Mason Denneberg. No, you don't. You do not edit the draft class strength here. So anyone who's here 2023 or before is an original player that we started with. So interesting to see. These are the guys who are still out here. Denneberg was a first-round pick, and unfortunately it hasn't worked out. Anyways, I just want to see, where's Ernesto Valdez? He was a 4th-round pick in year 1. So of our first ever draft, Rodriguez, Joe Mighty, Maddox Charles, Ernesto Valdez. So good to see. TJ White legend, Diamond Dynasty legend. Miguel Castillo, yeah, that was a tough pick in round 2. Tim McNeil. Calvin Henderson, that was another rough pick. Scott McIntyre. Eloy Bravo. Juan Casto. Eesh. This was a better draft, though. Richie Dietz was a great pick for us. He might make his MLB debut here. Okay, so there's a little recap on that. Okay, so we finished spring training 17 and 13. If we advance to the regular season, and here we go to start the year, we are on the road against the Cincinnati Reds. Roster, no, what are you telling me over here? How would you know that? Assistant manager. And we're looking at the lineup now. Why is Brad Ridley still here? Why is Brad Ridley still here? He's going to AAA. So that means I didn't have to send down somebody. I'll probably call up a bat. Yeah, we'll take care of who's in double in AAA. I'll do that off screen later on. Not a big deal. Maybe Lyle does stay then? No, I don't know. Do we need another player in here? I feel like it's pretty crowded for the bats. Maybe Perez comes back then. Maybe Benito comes back. All right, Benito. You found your way back. Sorry to have bothered you. And he'll be the second setup guy. I don't know if he'll pitch that much, though. That's the problem. Okay, there we go. So, let's get to, the lineup again. So, with the lineup, so that was second base. Second base, that would be, we said, where is he? Royce Lewis would play second. Third would be Beatty. So Beatty third. Green would be starting over Roosh. We'll see what happens with Roosh and Dietz. House, Lopez, okay. So now do we need another bat? Or are we comfortable with 4 bats? So leading off, our leadoff man, we need a new leadoff man pretty much now. So Royce Lewis has the, I don't know, he has the contact. Maybe Josh Naylor's the leadoff, but he doesn't have the speed really. Dylan Cruz, Walker Jenkins. Tovar has good speed. Even Beatty though. Let's try Beatty then. Let's try Beatty there. In the 2 spot, Green has a lot of speed as well. Maybe he can lead off against lefties. Beatty will lead off. Tovar is definitely going to be moving up here. You can have to, yeah, we have some spots open in that regard as well, Warmaster, yes. Any suggestions on this batting order? Do we like Vlad 3, Lewis 4, Naylor 5? Then we can go Cruz, Tovar 4, Jenkins. Or does Jenkins move up? He's got to be in kind of like more of a star role. And he bats higher up in the order. But Green, I like his speed. Would he be a good number 2, or should maybe Tovar go number 2? And then it goes Cruz, Green, Ford, Jenkins. Left, right, right, right. Left, right, right, right. Left, left, right, right, right. Left, right, right, right. Left, left, right, etc., etc. That would be against righties. Against lefties, 63. I could probably see. Would Roosh be? No, it'd still be Elijah Green. Maybe just swap Naylor and Lewis. We could do that. Let's see what happens. So against lefties, we said who? Walker? No. Was it Jenkins? No, Cruz maybe. He has good power though. Green as the 9, as second leadoff. Says Gavin. Green as the 9 as a second leadoff guy. That's not a bad idea either. Okay, I like that too. Good thinking. Let's put Jenkins here instead. So it goes left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left. Yeah, okay. I like that. Good thinking, Gavin. Thank you. Against lefties, I'm looking at contact. Green could lead off against lefties. Then, how do we have it here? Naylor, Lewis, 4 and 5. We could do the same thing there. Naylor, Lewis, 4 and 5. No, but Cruz out because he has good contact and power. Putting him in the 5 probably makes a lot of sense as well. Less power for Lewis. Big fan of the double leadoff. There you go. Tovar and double leadoff goes 9. Or Jenkins, maybe. 75 contacts versus 73. Yeah, maybe Jenkins goes there. Tovar here. Versus, right, Beatty, Tovar, Vlad, Naylor, Lewis, Cruz, Jenkins, Ford, Green. Bang, we got it. Against lefties, similar. We'll go Green, Beatty, Vlad, Josh, Dylan, Royce, Ezekiel, Ford, Jenkins. Let's try that. And we'll see where it goes. If Beatty continues to struggle as he did at the end of last season, then that's where Brady House comes in. Harry Ford struggles, that's where Lopez comes in. Outfield struggles, Dietz and Roosh, that's where they come in. So Green would be playing left field, Cruz center field. I'd probably have... I don't know, who should be playing first, Vlad or Josh? Naylor or Vladdy? No seconds. No seconds. No problem. War Master. So then Beatty at third probably over Lewis, right? 84, 74. 70, 77. 65, 73. 72, 69. We probably keep Beatty. Plus, he had no error. All the low error numbers were what we really liked seeing as well. Vlad is leadoff? No, Vlad, you got to keep the power a little later on. Vlad wouldn't quite be a leadoff. So Tovar stays shortstop with his defensive numbers at all times. Yes, okay, so there's our lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this party started. Somehow we're ranked first. First in contact, first in pitching, 10th in power, 13th in defense. Oh, you're right. Thank you, Mighty Joe. That's my bad. And 17th for speed. We just have a little bit of a surplus at $359,000. We've made some trades. I like where we stand. More trades might come, but let's start the season now with Game 1 on the road against the Cincinnati Reds. Undefeated season, says Landon. I will take it. Oh, now we're ranked 2 with 3rd in pitching. First in contact, 3rd in pitching, 11th in power, 13th in defense, 15th in speed. That's what they tell us now. Okay. Free agents out there. We can think about that another time if needed. Let's do it. Game 1 of Year 6. Here for the Montreal Expos, a year in which we are not just hoping, but expected to be a postseason contender. Yeah, speed was tough last year too. Mackenzie Gore on the mound, Brett Beatty leading off here in Cincinnati. Let's go Expos. Beatty strikes out to lead off. Tovar in his first at-bat gets a leadoff, not a leadoff double, but a double for his first at-bat. Vlad Guerrero Jr. grounds out. Josh Naylor grounds out. Opening against Cincy, do we get a game against Data's enemy, Hunter Green? That's true, eh? Hunter Green, my enemy. Dominguez grounds out here against Mackenzie Gore, who twirled a gem last year in opening day, after coming off the best season of his career. Yeah, I always fix up the training off screen, War Master, always. Ground out, strikeout. All right, no, it's Bradley on the mound here. Royce Lewis, first at-bat line out. Cruz will ground out. Walker Jenkins will single. Very good. I'm hoping for big things from Walker Jenkins. Harry Ford flies out. Bottom of the second. Williams solo home run. First hit of the game is a home run. Ground out, pop-up. All right, Elijah Green strikes out. Beatty strikes out. Tovar flies out. Encarnacion ground out. Strikeout, single. Ward singles. Runners on first and second for Jonathan India. Single to load the bases. Out, ground out, strikeout, then 3 consecutive singles. Here, Carson Williams strikes out. Woo, that's big for Mackenzie Gore. Vladdy will walk. All right, leadoff walk for Josh Naylor, who pops up. Lewis, 2-run home run! His first hit as a Montreal Expo. Royce Lewis, 2-run home run, and the Expos lead. Woohoo! Cruz will single. Jenkins strikes out. Ford grounds out. 2-1 Expos, bottom of the 4th. Frederick strikes out. Collier, whatever. Stewart strikeout. All right. Top of the 5th inning now. Elijah Green will single. Very nice. For Brett Beatty, fly out. Tovar strikeout. Vlad will double. Runners on second and third for Josh Naylor, who grounds out. Encarnacion pop up. Hins ground out. Dominguez fly out. Well done. Top of the 6th inning now. Royce Lewis! Oh my goodness! Royce Lewis solo home run! His first 2 hits as an Expo are both home runs. 2 moonshots from Royce Lewis in his Expos debut. And it's 3-1 Montreal. What a start. Cruz pitching change after that. Cruz grounds out. Jenkins with a double. Harry Ford pops up and Elijah Green will fly out. Bottom of the 6th inning now. Ward grounds out. Sugar Ray, let's do it. India with a triple. Oh my goodness. Williams with an RBI single. Frederick stolen. Frederick with a single. Come on now, Gore. Sack fly brings one in. Stewart ground out. All right, that's through 6 innings. Here we go. Shades of the 2023 Wildcard Series, eh? Oh, did he in the real world? Opening day home run? Look at that. Brett Beatty flies out. Tovar will walk for Vladdy. Double play. All right, bottom of the 7th. Gore, you're getting a little tired now, buddy. I'm going to give you, but you've had a great game. Perfect timing, Palm. I'll give you one mistake, depending on what it is. Pop up, single. All right, we're going to pull you now. We're going to pull you. Thank you for what you've done. Let's go Matt Brash. Matt Brash. Fielder's choice, fly out. Very nice. Top of the 8th inning with a 3-3 game. Naylor strikes out. Lewis, I was about to say, there's a double to put him 3 for 4 on the day. Here, this could be a big moment for Dylan Cruz, who grounds out. Walker Jenkins strikes out. India. Oh, no! Jonathan India, solo home run. Oh, Williams. Oh, okay. Brash, get out of here now. Maddox Charles, let's go, buddy. Charles, last year, he had some good, he had some bad. Let's do it. Gives up a single. Sack bunt. Walk. Strikeout. Strikeout. Oh, my goodness, that was scary. All right, top of the 9th inning, down by 1. Ford, Green, and Beatty are up. Let's hop in to see this one to end off the episode, ladies and gentlemen. Brash, come on.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. And here's the catcher, Harry Ford. And a little something extra.
Harry Ford 0 for 3 on the day. Bat 256 last year.
With his hitting streak in jeopardy.
Here we go against Griffin Jacks. Takes that 4-seam outside. Harry Ford on a 10-game hit streak. I don't know if that's spring training or back to last year. There you go. I'm gonna let the manager take care of it, War Master. I'm just gonna watch this one from the stands as the GM. 1-1. Woo! Takes in that slurve. Arenado on the Tigers, closing on 2,500 career hits. Delivery takes that good take, circle change. Yes, it's opening day. Last year we were predicted to win 93 according to the thing at the bottom. So we'll see what it says this year. Delivery swung on. The slurve is swung on, that nasty slurve. Goes back to last year. Gotcha. Come on, Ford. Inside. Oh, it's circled down low. Full count with Green on deck. 333 on the year. Yeah, he's 1 for 3. Full count delivery. Swung on and missed. No, the slurve outside. He swung on it. All right, Elijah Green coming up now. 261 last season. 1 for 3 on the day. Expos opened the season leading MLB with 12 top 100 prospects. Look at that. 4-seam right down the heart.
That helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
Take that slurve, call the ball. Leave a like if you haven't already for some good luck here for Elijah Green. Delivery swung on, and that'll be popped up. All right, comes down to our final at bat. Leadoff man, Brett Beatty, 0 for 4 on the day. He knows it's not EA. He's just saying it. Is Matt Brash going to choke it in the end? 4-seam inside for a strike. We are predicted to go 95 and 67 according to the predictions at the bottom. Swung on. There you go. Get down. There you go. There you go. Brett Beatty's first hit of the season. Is he going to go for 2? Is Beatty going for 2? Yes, he will. He's in there for the double. Well done, Brett Beatty. Tying run on second. His first hit of the season. That is big. That is big, and that is big, and that now brings up Ezekiel Tovar. Swings on the first pitch he sees. That's fouled. Tovar 1 for 3 on the day. The double. Tying run on second. Tovar swings on that, and it's going to be just a ground out to the shortstop as the Cincinnati Reds win opening day by a score of 4-3 because of the choke. Thank you. Matt Brash takes the loss, giving up that home run. Royce Lewis 3 for 4 with 2 home runs, but all for nothing, unfortunately, as the Reds win it 4-3 on opening day. Glad you like the jerseys, Palm. Thank you. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that will end the episode here to begin the 2029 season. Next week, a week from tonight on what? That's June 11th. June 11th at 7 p.m. Eastern. So keep an eye out. Here's going to be a busy schedule. Tomorrow, live at about, I'm going to say around 4:35 p.m. Eastern, we'll be live for the breakdown of round 3 of the NHL playoffs and looking forward to predicting the NHL Stanley Cup Final. Then we'll be live Thursday evening, Thursday, June 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern for Starfleet on NHL 24, our expansion franchise mode series. Thank you. I'm glad you like the jerseys. Appreciate that. Then after that, we'll have Canucks on the weekend, etc. And on Monday, 6 days from today, on June 10th, 7 p.m. Eastern, here on the channel, we'll be live for the first episode of a brand new NHL 24 franchise mode series before we're live again next week with the 2029 season, year number 6 in Montreal. Next week, looking to make the postseason with high expectations. So be sure to leave your thoughts down here on YouTube or over on the Discord server, link in the description. Griffin Jacks, we should be able to see him. Actually, sorry, and Hobbsy wanted to see the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays lineup looks like this here, Hobbsy. Horner, Lane Thomas, of course, good old Lane Thomas. Bichette, Jansen, Krylov, Gilov, I always forget how to pronounce it. And then I read your mind, Hobbsy. Emmanuel Rodriguez, of course, former Expo. Varsho and Geraldo. Beck, O'Hop, Ruiz, etc. Manoa, 94 overall Manoa. Mitch Keller, Clark Schmidt, Zulueta, Barrios, Diaz, etc. That's when you should reveal a new... That is when you should reveal a new franchise. In the opening live for that episode. Keep us all in suspense. Enter the broadcast title. Well, the title of the franchise, it'll be there. When the series begins, it'll be there. On Monday nights, the title will be there for you. And, sorry, Doggy wanted to see on the Reds. Twins? No, sorry, they're right here, the Reds. Griffin Jacks, only a 74 overall. What? Boy. Okay, sorry, we'll actually end it there now. So, next episode will begin against Hunter Green, and we'll run through year number 6 with the Expos, a year in which we have very much higher expectations, a year in which if things don't work out, there will be some major, major changes. So leave any and all your thoughts down here on YouTube or over on the Discord server, link in the description. Of course, subscribe if you haven't already to be made aware of all of our uploads through all of our series, both uploaded and live. Check out the Panthers and Oilers simulation that we ran. That was NHL 24. That was a video that went up yesterday. Check that out on the channel, and I'll leave you there. Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here. Let's go Expos, baby. And I'll see you, if not before next week, for the Expos next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 2029 season. Night, everybody.